This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Hearing of the ONC case set for August. PNG will now refocus on trade and not aid. And Telecom Limited supports charity golf tournament. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Natasha Avoy. Thank you for joining us. A Supreme Court judge has directed the substantive hearing by opposition on the vote of no confidence matter to be heard on the 1st of August this year. Justice Derek Hutchin ordered that all parties must submit all relevant documents relating to the substantive matter before the 26th of July 2024.
Member for Sine Yongumul Kerengakua, led by the Deputy Opposition Leader James Nomane, addressed the media after the court outside the court premises.
And also from the interveners representing being the representative of the Speaker of Parliament and the Attorney General. They all made their submissions about the procedures that the court should follow, and in the end, the ruling we have received today is for an expedited proceeding. An expedited proceeding which is very, very important for us considering the nature of our case. We feel that it's important that we reach the end of the...
Who has said anything that goes before the court must be filed in a certain timeline.
They are cognizant of that fact. They accommodate that objective that we as the applicant in the proceedings have, which is to get a final judgment before Parliament was scheduled to resume in the first week of September. So what the judge has ordered today is that anything procedural must be filed by a certain timeline.
He said this is a very important case for them and the people.
We all here because we feel that this case is a very important case, and the whole country is watching the progress of this very keenly. And so we have come in to give moral support to our legal team, Young and Williams, as they progress the matter through the directions hearing.
All matters regarding the vote of no confidence will be heard on 1st of August by the full court. James Buchan, National EMTV News.
PNG will now refocus on trade and not aid. This was revealed by Prime Minister James Marape upon his arrival from Japan for the Pacific Island Leaders Forum.
Prime Minister James Marape said PNG's discussion was centered around how the developed nations can partner with small island countries to make sure their resources are given back to them fully.
Context revolved around how can Japan as a partner nation partner the small island nations more so in ensuring that their resources are harvested properly with empowerment back to the countries concerned as owners of whether it's tuna, and you all know that tuna, we have 60% of world's tuna supplied caught from the Pacific waters. So PNG's contribution is very strong in that context, that resources caught from our waters must be value added, and the value added must translate back to empowering the Pacific Island nations.
He said in the country we have created our own policy on fish domesticated policy.
On our own, we'll be progressing a national fisheries fish domestication policy. That means all fish caught in our waters must come back to be processed in our own country and not exported as they are to grow economies elsewhere.
Prime Minister said his Japanese counterpart, Fumio Kishida, embraced all the suggestions that PNG contributed in the Pacific Leaders Forum. Other issues were also discussed, including renewable energy and climate change.
Possibility of using renewable energies, and we put something to the table in Palm Pacific Island nations, instead of being relocated or resettled elsewhere, why don't we use technology and participate in land reclamation so that they could live in their own space?
Prime Minister said they have discussed in the manufacturing space and not to depend on aid.
In this meeting also we ask, we don't want to sell those raw produce. Whilst you're there, we're asking those companies who have a presence in PNG and new companies to come back in PNG into manufacturing space. And Japanese have had us clearly. In that meeting also we did indicate we're moving down away from seeking aid and grant anymore. For PNG now it must be about trade.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Before attending the Pacific Leaders Forum, Prime Minister James Marape visited Indonesia for its annual dialogue. This dialogue was established back in 2022.
Prime Minister James Marape said Indonesia, as a very close neighbor with a G20 economy and 280 million people, they need energy supply and food supply.
G20 economy, Indonesia has over 280 million people that needs energy, that needs supply of food, that needs trade to fuel the economy, and so PNG being the closest and one of the three nations they share land border with.
In his recent visit to Indonesia, Prime Minister said the relationship with Indonesia has elevated. He assured the country that Indonesian market is ready for PNG.
The level of relationship we have with Indonesia is now elevated to the highest. We have engagements, not now just government to government, previously as it was in long past.
An important memorandum of understanding was also signed between the transport sectors for both countries.
The Indonesian market is ready for our produce. Likewise, Indonesian businesses have offered to come in for a shared partnership with us in business. They're going heavy in downstream. They've advised us to pick up their business model. They have a 49% equity arrangements in most of their large-scale investments.
PNG was also given opportunity to send students to their medical schools to help resolve the shortage of health workers in the country.
We've signed 4 MOUs, 2 in the transport sector. That means that licensed vehicle or licensed crafts, seacraft, aircraft on our side that is moving back and forth will have identity made known and ease of using license on both sides to travel into Indonesia and travel. Or Indonesians travel into PNG travel into Indonesia.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The Australian High Commissioner John Sick said the Australian government is committed to develop PNG by providing the support needed in building quality infrastructure.
The Health Centre confirms our commitment to supporting high-quality, climate-resilient infrastructure that maximises local opportunities, and I want to emphasise that maximises local opportunities and builds local expertise. We, from the Australian Government, are committed to seeing more men and women trained as skilled construction workers in Papua New Guinea. And this is vital, really vital. Ensuring Papua New Guinea has the skills to build quality infrastructure, such as schools, markets and hospitals, is essential for the country's long-term development. And the Health Centre has been designed to suit the local environment and meet the community's long-term needs. This includes the clever use of solar power, rainwater harvesting and maximising natural light and wind to reduce ongoing costs.
The roadblock that occurred a few days ago along the Highlands Highway in Simbu province has stopped and normal flow of traffic continues. This newsroom reached out to local member for Karawagi District, Francis Kiking Siune, to get comments on the current status of the situation.
On Monday, disgruntled locals from villages along the main Simbu Highway set up roadblocks, and vehicles willing to pass pay 100 kina to be granted access to pass through the roadblock. Local member for Kerawagi, Francis Siune, confirmed that the roadblock has been removed.
Starting going forward, they were trying to sort this one out, and that caused a delay. That also caused the people to do that. But eventually, they will go to east. He has already commented on funding already, so that's why the road going stuff.
He also confirmed that the district, as well as the provincial government, is aware of the disgruntled locals' fury over the release of disaster funds by the national government to the 6 affected districts.
Most of the areas they are blocking the road now is because of the rain, continuous rain. And the road cut through the villages because of the area of this area to flat down and all that. So they are supposed to be defensive.
Tamara Gavi, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Building something new. See a different point of view. With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Mitla Halivim Wari Belong You.
Power energy drink. Feel the power.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 11 goes full throttle with its final cuts too. Join us Sunday nights at 7:30 to see who makes it through to the next round. Only on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. The electing of local level government heads will see 2 different methods of voting. This was made known by the minister responsible, Soroy Ayoe.
the Cabinet has decided for the two methods to be used to vote for local level government heads.
Approved two methods of election. One is to be elected by the people, so which means that presidents are to be elected by people, and the second is presidents are to be elected by the ward members within the chamber.
Minister for Department of Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs, Soroi Eoe, said these two methods have been used in the past elections.
So, these two methods have been around. It's not something new that we are implementing. Over the years, presidents were elected by people. We have seen the advantage and disadvantage of that. And then we have presidents elected by ward members, and I think up until recently this has been a method that has been employed.
Minister Eoe said the National Executive Council made the decision after considering the past experiences on those two methods.
So that's based on those experiences, we found it necessary that we give provincial governments themselves to come back and give indication to the cabinet.
The provincial government were then given powers to decide on the methods to be used in their respective provinces.
So Highlands provinces plus Morobe have opted to have presidents elected or in the chambers by the ward members. And rest of Papua New Guinea, particularly coastal provinces, with the exception of Morobe province, have opted for presidents to be elected by the people.
The Highlands provinces, including Morobe province, will elect their LLG heads by councillors, and the rest of the provinces throughout the country will have people voting for their LLG heads. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
And now we look into little Hagai David's remarkable journey of courage and resilience from her origins in Giamu village, Western Highlands province, to the challenges she faced and conquered with the support from a hero, Dr. Yapo, at Mt Hagen General Hospital, along with the Rotary Oceania, Australia.
In a heartwarming turn of events, little Hagai David from Giamu, Upper Niblia in Western Highlands province, found herself at the center of a medical miracle. Born with a rare condition, a type of neural tube defect, it is a defect where the brain nerve underneath does not separate well from the skin tissue outside during the 4th week of development, given that nerve tissue and skin tissue share the same origin in embryo development. Hagai's journey to healing began at Mt Hagen Hospital under the care of Dr. Benjamin Yapo, a distinguished pediatric surgeon with a wealth of experience in the field. Hagai's story took a twist as the Rotary Oceania, Australia, a charitable group dedicated to aiding children in the South Pacific Highlands, stepped in to sponsor her life-saving surgery. With no income and living under the care of her grandparents, Hagai's future seemed uncertain until the skilled hands of 4 specialists embarked on a 7-hour operation that would change her life forever. Amidst the challenges of being raised by a single mother and an absent father, Hagai's resilience shone through as she woke up strong and hopeful post-surgery. This remarkable tale of courage, community support, and medical expertise serves as a beacon of light in the darkness. Hagai's first birthday was celebrated in style amid the backdrop of hope and healing on the 29th of June 2024. The Rotary team, including staff at the Children's Hospital, came together to celebrate. Rotary Chair shed tears as she dropped them both off at Sydney International Airport on Monday, 15th of July, for their trip back to Port Moresby and then to Kagomuga Airport. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News, Mt Hagen.
Member for Hiri Koyari Keith Iduhu has cautioned the government not to give false hope to the evicted settlers of 9 Mile Bushwara. He said this in light of Prime Minister James Marape announcing that he has given instructions to the Minister for Lands and the member for Moresby North East to look for solutions for the settlers. While there is sympathy for the hardship being faced by those evicted, Mr. Iduhu's statement highlights there is also the concern of relocation in and around the nation's capital. Mr. Iduhu said that the Hiri Koyari and Central Province continues to be subjected to the expansion of Port Moresby and the spillover of illegal settlers. He said he is sharing the sentiments of Central Governor Rufina Pita, who has urged common sense and a zero-tolerance stance against illegal settlers. Mr. Iduhu urged the government to address such situations responsibly, especially to the public. He alluded that it is the government's responsibility to apply proper land and housing policy to the situation. He emphasized that it is time the lands of provinces and districts be respected and not be subjected to state-sanctioned land grabbing. Mr. Iduhu also urged the people of Koyari not to cheaply and illegally give away land in hopes for quick money. Instead, they must invest in their lands. The Southern Highlands Acting Provincial Administrator David Kelma is now focusing on restoring public confidence in the vicinity of Mendi Town, while waiting for his confirmation as the Provincial Administrator for Southern Highlands by the National Executive Council.
In an interview, Mr. Kelma said he is now ready to restore public confidence in the vicinity of Mendi Town.
Southern Highlands is a very beautiful place, and people are peace-loving. You go to the 5 districts, Yalu Panglia, Imbongu, Kagwe-Rave, Nipakutubu, and the rural Mendi. People are, very peaceful, and they respect our friends who are coming out from the province. They respect government properties. But the issue that we seem to have every year is within the vicinity of the Mendi Town. And since my appointment, when I got appointed as the acting PA, the focus was on trying to restore some confidence in Mendi. And when I met my public servants for the first time in our PMT meeting, what I told them was we have a lot of work to do, especially in restoring our public service and restoring public's confidence in how we run the administration and also service delivery to our people.
He emphasized that he will mobilize all the public servants to be based in the Hagiru Center that is currently undergoing renovation, including Muruk Lodge and air service in Mendi. Kelma said the renovation of the provincial building will be completed in a month, and all public servants in Mendi are expected to occupy their offices respectively for normalcy in the province. He mentioned that the provincial government is now seriously looking and giving priority to law and order in the province by allocating more funds.
The other thing that we were looking at, and that is very important, and that is law and order. Southern Highlands is known for, fighting and, all this stuff happening in the province. So we are giving priority in law and order. So our governor, through our provincial leadership that he is providing in the province, is giving a lot of funding into law and order. As we have seen, he has appropriated his 10 million PSIP into law and order. 3 million kina to reserve training, reservist training. We are sending 200 police reservists to Leh to do training to support our regular police in the province. And 3 million kina was appropriated for that one. And 1 million kina each was given to all the Peace and Good Order Committee in the 5 districts. So that's a total of 8 million kina.
Edward Luke, National MTV News, Mendi.
Karawagi district in Simbu province will soon have a Mama Bank branch. A memorandum of understanding was co-signed between the finance institution and the Karawagi District Development Authority recently.
The MOU signing is a break into the Highlands region after only having one establishing agent in the Eastern Highlands province. Local member for Karawagi District, Francis Kikin Sione, has committed 1 million kina to assist in the financing company to establish an agent in the district. Director for Mama Bank, Noel Noriku, was pleased with the advancement of the bank moves into the Highlands region.
Privileged to have Honorable friend Sione coming on deck, like I said. I've always been, before I would love to make a breakthrough to go up to the Highlands. And it's an honor to have a DDA, a district from Simbu province, partnering with us. And thank you all. Thank you. We are going in this journey. We will run together. We will ride on each other's strengths and weaknesses. And we would like to create a model where it's suitable for the country. It's customer-oriented.
Press Secretary to the DDA, David Gigmay, said the Mama Bank is the first to bring the financial banking into the district.
And I think Karawagi district will be the first district to take a bank into the district. The purpose of us trying to take the bank into Karawagi is the national government has a wonderful vision, which is reflected on Vision 2050 to make sure that we have a healthy and wealthy population. Meaning that once you have money, you will be well and healthy.
Local member Francis Sione said the district has partnered with other developing partners to boost the marginalized people.
So our ambition to set up Mama Bank and try to partner with a lot of stakeholders and development partners, business people to ensure that our mission for the people, to give a little push to our marginalized society so that they can able to find better life. They can able to do something better for themselves. So I think as I'm in office, I see from my perspective, people are there.
Tamara Agavi, National MTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nesfan market report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2591 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2516 $0.37 to $1 Australian, €0.2232 and 39.31 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed higher, copper closed higher, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading higher and copper closed lower. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and all ordinaries is trading lower. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes,
I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching National EMTV News. The lack of restriction in trade in the country has a positive impact on the economy. This was revealed by one of the 4 Japanese International Cooperation Agency scholars that presented their thesis this morning.
The 4 scholars are public servants from the Department of Treasury, Health, Foreign Affairs and Internal Revenue Commission. They have recently graduated with masters in their respective field of work. Presenting his thesis on the effect of tax on gross domestic price per capita growth in emerging and developing economy, Mr. Peter said taxes have a negative relationship with economic growth.
In terms of PNG, charging very, very high taxes is bad for the economy. While we understand that tax is one of the source of government's revenue, and government needs money to fund its public goods and services, we must also consider how tax affects the growth of the economy.
He said government should charge tax to a certain extent to ensure fair rise in its revenue and also foster the economy at the same time. In contrast to the tax relation with the economy, openness to trade has a positive impact on the economy.
In other words, if we open up our economy and let more trade, then it will have a positive effect on the economy. In other words, it will increase our economy.
JICA PNG will have a new scholarship program called the Human Resource Development Scholarship that will roll out in September next year. 10 to 15 scholars will be sent to Japan under this leadership program.
We consider that Pacific Island countries are very important, especially Papua New Guinea is a very important country for us, Japan. Yeah, so this is why we are developing this new project, especially making the new leaders of Papua New Guinea, which can also strengthen the relationship between Japan and Papua New Guinea.
Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
A total of 21 Port Moresby Technical College students completed their on-job training at a health center in Hanuabada in the nation's capital. They were the first to be issued with new trade qualification program certificates.
They've completed their on-the-job training in the field of carpentry, metal fabrication and plumbing trade and were engaged by the Minpair Construction Company. They were part of the building, plumbing and construction of the new health center. The Level 3 Health Center will soon be completed and serve the neighboring villages, which will then increase the access to health services, especially for the local women and children. The Australian ambassador to PNG, John Fix, was present to congratulate the students.
That you've learned, and you're playing a vital role in developing your skills in building as we deliver this crucial piece of health infrastructure behind me. You are the first of many to graduate, and you're setting...
Chairman of the Motu Koita Assembly, Dari Toka Jr., talked on the hardships his people of Motu Koita has faced in the past.
I'm trying to think of a better word than colonize, but I think I can use it in this context. You know, a lot of opportunities were given to the Motu Koita people because we were placed, with the indigenous landowners that were placed right in the middle of where, I guess, previous leaders thought was the best site for a township.
Chief Executive Officer of the National Capital District Health Authority, Dr. Stephen Yenny, said the Department of Health and the NCD-PHA will need the skills and expertise for other health construction projects.
Qualification in construction goes a long way in addressing the needs of the health sector, basically in developing the technical skills and capabilities for health infrastructure development and construction. This occasion sets for building technical trade workforce in the health sector a potential yet to be tapped into. However, it's critical in the unforeseeable future. NCD Provincial Health Authority embraces your trade qualifications development as a key strategy to build capacity in the area of the health infrastructure and development through these method projects.
Female student representative thanked the partners for the opportunity.
It instilled in me invaluable skills, knowledge and experience, and made me to understand the work process in civil and building construction works, the names of civil and building components, the tools and equipment.
Tamara Agavi, National EMTV News.
The students and teachers from the Badiagua Technical Secondary School in the nation's capital have donated bags of clothes, books and other essential items to the National Disaster Center. The donation will be sent to people from disaster-affected areas in the country by the center.
The Student Representative Council at the Badiagua Technical Secondary School held a Mufti Day last week and did a donation drive. The students were advised to bring in household items of kitchen utensils, books and clothes. Representatives from the National Disaster Center and headed by the Assistant Director of Community Government Liaison were on hand to receive the donated items.
Donation that has been received this morning, it was not consigned or destined to a certain particular place in Papua New Guinea, but we will look at the best place those relief assistance will go to, and we'll donate them accordingly, and we will inform the school where this donation has gone to. We'll base on need basis. Where it's needed most, that's an area that we will go to. But currently at this stage, we have two disasters that happened concurrently, if you like. The Mulitaka landslide and, of course, the Western Province flooding.
Badiagua Technical Secondary School student leader mentioned some of the things that were given during the donation drive.
We're planning to host the Mufti Day. While planning, upon our planning the Mufti Day, we were thinking, okay, on that day we should do a donation. So that's when we said, okay, we'll do a donation and ask the whole school body students to participate. So on the day while they were entering the school gate, they brought their little donation, shirts, books and clothes and other small materials that people in need can use.
A teacher at the school also mentioned some of the other initiatives the SRC body and the students are planning to do in the coming weeks.
Yes, the SRC is also planning to go out to the surrounding communities, especially to carry out awareness programs on certain issues that affect communities, especially social disorders. And we are also trying to look at areas where we see that most students are affected. And so we have, the SRC has come up with the idea that we start with the surrounding primary schools.
The National Disaster Center also made an announcement to donate 2 9,000-litre tanks to combat the dry season. Tamara Gavi, National EMTV News.
3 passionate tailors in Papua New Guinea aged between 20 to 28 years will win a 1-year sewing scholarship to Japan in October. 2 of the scholarships will focus on sewing and 1 on design. It will involve 6 months of training and 6 months of work experience with Lacom, one of the largest sewing factories in Japan. The 3 youths will be chosen from a short list of the 10 most passionate and clearly articulated entries that meet the requirements and guidelines of the Passion for Sewing essay competition hosted by Expose and Japanese non-profit organization Pacific Ocean Co-Creation Organization. The idea is to eventually set up sewing factories and sew clothes in Papua New Guinea and cut off the excess spending on import. National EMTV News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Hamamas wanted Telecom's Good Mobile Data Plans. With 8 exclusive mobile data plans to choose from, select a plan that best suits your budget. You can purchase a plan for as low as 3 kina for 1 gigabyte of data valid for 24 hours. Or receive 130 gigabyte of data valid for 30 days for only 150 kina. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Terms and conditions apply.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase EasyPay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Pacific Mediation Forum is a non-profit organization whose focus is on building goodwill in the area of mediation between communities, between people, governments, any stakeholders that have conflict issues. The conference that we are hosting facilitates training and skills development for people who are part of Asia and Pacific.
That's on Monday night.
MTV presents Vocal Fusion Season 11 2024. Final Cut 2 airs this Sunday at 7:30. Stay tuned to your number one to watch, MTV.
Tukai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. Naming rights sponsor Telecom Limited has supported the Rotary Club with 25,000 kina for the 2024 Charity Golf Tournament. The event kicked off today at the Royal Port Moresby Golf Club.
The event is traditionally the Rotary Club's main fundraiser for the year. Last year, this event enabled the Rotary Club to raise over 126,000 with 33 companies registering teams. Telecom Limited CEO Amos Tepi said, Telecom is pleased to partner with the Rotary Club of Port Moresby. Tepi said the Rotary team has been providing much-needed humanitarian assistance to communities around the country, and Telecom is supportive to these worthy causes with the sponsorship support. He further said Telecom's corporate social responsibility values is aligned with the Rotary Club's special community projects that are aimed at social uplifting and bringing hope to those less fortunate. Tepi also acknowledged all the corporate business houses supporting this golf event and the Rotary Club of Port Moresby. Jonathan Sibona, Tukai Sports.
Plans are underway to expand PNG NRL Bid Academy program in the country. These remarks were made by the PNG NRL Bid CEO, Andrew Hill.
In an interview with Tukai Sports, PNG NRL Bid CEO Andrew Hill spoke on the program.
So the first program that we're running for games is the 18 and 19-year-old age group. This is the first time anything like the academy at the level of professionalism has ever happened here in PNG. So rather than trying to do every age group, a little bit like last year where we just started the academy in Port Moresby to make sure it was the right program, we're doing the same this year with the games. But yes, we will be going down as young as possible. And I'd suggest that if we look at what happens in Australia, we'd be looking at around under 14 age group, under 14, under 15 age group is about the right age group.
He further elaborated on the plans and also thanked the PNG government for supporting the program.
Unfortunately, what's happened here in the past is that the real coaching doesn't happen in PNG until the player turns 18, 19 or 20. And that's too late. We need to start coaching as young as possible. Ultimately, I want to see competitions here at the grassroots in community at under 6s, under 7s, under 8s. So the young boys and girls, they play a modified version, play with a little football on a little field with little goalposts, but they learn the fundamentals of the sport.
Jonathan Sibona, Tukai Sports.
PNG NRL Bid Lace Boys under 19 and under 18 girls team squads have been selected to participate in the Bids Championships in Goroka this weekend.
Selected to represent the under-19 boys are Ruben Laku as the captain, Bradley Orasambo as vice, Nombi Wapi, John Moses, Errol Gialom, Solomon Wemin, Edward Matthew, Junior Muki, Peter Titus, Aquila Semi, and 10 more with their coach, Dennis Mial. Under-18 girls are Yvonne Lucas as captain, Gianna Kaupa as vice, Mina Jordan, Fabi Lengap, Belinda Cooley, Maclaudia Paul, Matilda Moore, Denita Kilian, Petronila Emika, and 11 more. The team's uniform was proudly sponsored by the Lay Biscuit Company. Both teams have departed late this morning for Goroka. Claire Mauta, Chukai Sports.
Chukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
It's the simple things that make life more meaningful and memorable. To rejuvenate in a perfect setting and enjoy every moment. It's about your time, enjoying your taste, to relax and unwind. Shady Rest Hotel, a great place to stay in paradise.
Number One Super wants our members to have the happiest retirement possible. Just an extra 10 kina a week could mean an extra 50,000 kina when you retire. This is known as a voluntary contribution. So, call us to find out how to add a little extra to your super payments now to boost your super savings later.
Top up now with Telecom's Good to More bundles. Subscribe to any of Telecom's More bundle plans, ranging from 3 kina to 75 kina to enjoy unlimited on-net calls, more SMS, more data with increased off-net minutes. Choose from 8 exclusive plans, packed with more value to experience seamless communication with your family and friends. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Terms and conditions apply.
Pacific Mediation Forum is a non-profit organization whose focus is on building goodwill in the area of mediation between communities, between people, governments, any stakeholders that have conflict issues. The conference that we are hosting facilitates training and skills development for people who are part of Asia and Pacific.
That's on Monday night.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Chukai Sports. The National Capital District Darts Association announced its squad to participate in the national PNG Darts titles in Kokopo, East New Britain Province this coming September. The NCDDA squad consists of 2 teams of female and male players, NCDDA Lakatois and NCDDA Vanagis.
We decided to do things differently.
After much deliberation, only the top 12 male and female players were selected to represent the association in the upcoming Darts national titles in Kokopo.
I would like to introduce you to the NCDDA Lakatois and the NCDDA Vanagis. Team of 12 each for the Vanagis and the Lakatois, 6 of which are men and 6 of which are women. And they will play a series of team games, mixed team games, men's team games, women's team games, and of course the singles and doubles as well.
The National Darts Titles Championships will be held from the 9th of September to the 15th. Coach and captain Samuel Edwards introduced the Lakatois and Vanagis.
Lakatoi we have Samuel Edwards, myself captain, George Labanai, Joseph Keke, Junior Masse, Kelly Roya, and Wimari for male. Female, we have Mata Sere, captain, Annabelle Miria, Jenny Yaru, Lara Nix, Michelle Kudada, and Stephanie Motoko for Lakatoi women. For Vanagi, we have John Paliao, Junior Noel, Sini Rava, Lambert Kawa, Scott Winnie, Tatoi Vagi. And for the females, we have Noah Joel, their captain, Gladys Anne, Lavinia Mauri, Nelly Moale, Patricia Fime, and Sarah Pepena. Sarah Pepena is one of our youngest players in the team. She's 13 years old. Will be traveling with us.
The president said the association has adopted the tier system to improve the quality of darts in NCD and to promote darts as a serious sport and not just a social game.
And the nationals will set the tone for selections for the Asia Pacific Darts Championships will be held in Taipei later on in November, I think, of this year.
Dr. Kapua said the association with the Dart Federation has plans on pushing for the Olympics and making it a reality in the next 10 years. He said NCDDA is confident they will come back with a win, given that that is a number game and they have the strategy to win in all categories. The teams will be traveling on the 8th of September and returning after independence on the 17th. Claire Mauta, Chukai Sports.
And that ends Chukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports. Chukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with Nat's Fund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
Now we take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy, and Popondetta, sunny periods with partly cloudy and few showers. In the Momase region, Ley City, some rain showers, and Vanimo, mostly fine with chances of brief afternoon showers. In the New Guinea Islands region, Dorengau, mostly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And in Kimbe, and in Buka, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Highlands region, Mt Hagen City, partly cloudy with a brief afternoon showers. In Mendi, Tari and Wabek, partly cloudy with few showers and thunderstorms.
Weather update was proudly brought to you by Moneyplus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Friday, 19th of July 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
It's Smile o'clock.